Hello everyone. In continuation with the Fourier series, we'll be going ahead with the even and odd functions, and this is the part 2. Find the Fourier series of f of x is x sine of x in the interval minus pi to pi, and this is the deduction part. So this is the first part I have divided, and this is the second part of the question. Now if you'll observe, this interval has been given to us as minus pi to pi, so we can go ahead with the function is even or odd. So what is this definition, or what is this the condition what we have defined in the previous sessions? That is, if I have to replace every x by minus of x, and minus of x is present in this interval because the interval is minus pi to pi. If this interval would have been given as 0 to 2 pi or 0 to pi, we could not able to find out the f of minus of x because we do not have the minus sign at that time. But right now this been given to us as minus pi to pi, then we can easily go ahead with that. So if we'll check it, f of minus of x as minus of x sine of minus of x. So what we have done, we have replaced every x from this function as minus of x. And we know that the sine of minus of theta is minus of sine. So we have got one minus sign here, another minus sign is coming out from this sine of minus theta or minus x. So I'm going to get it as x sine of x. So what is it? It is nothing but f of x. So if we'll say that it is f of x, and we know that if f of minus of x is f of x, then this implies f is even function. F is even function, right? So we could say that this implies that f of x is x sine of x is an even function. And we have already seen that if the function is even, the bn coefficient, that is the coefficient of the sine terms, is coming out to be 0. If it is 0, then we have to just deal with the a0 and an. In that also, what would be the value of L? That is also could be able to find out from minus pi to pi. So how could we do that? That is minus pi to pi. We are comparing with c to c plus 2L. For this, please refer the previous sessions. Then only it is possible for you to just how to find out the value of L. So I'm not dedicating this particular session for this to find out the detailing part of this L equals to pi. So just x, hence bn equals to 0, and therefore we are going to get f of x as a0 plus summation of an cos of nx, because n pi x by L is getting deleted or getting cut with this L equals to pi, and therefore a0 is equals to 1 by pi 0 to pi sine of f of x dx. And this is the formula. There is a change in the formula is happening because of the function is even or the function is odd. Please do refer the previous session where I have already given you the what will happen if the function is even, what will happen if the function is odd, how the coefficients are going to change, and how the formula for the coefficient would change. So it is 1 by pi integration 0 to pi x sine of x dx, and therefore it is nothing but, so we have got x and sine of x, so we could easily go ahead with the first and the second function. That is also been defined or also been given to you in the previous sessions. So just go ahead with that. So this is the first function, this is the second function, LIATE rule. First function as it is, the differentiation of the integration of the second function would give me minus of cos of x minus the differentiation of, this is now the first, this is now the second function, this is not, the role of that function would be changed as this. So which is minus of sine of x, integration is from 0 to pi, and we know that here the sine of x, this function is going to be 0 for x is equals to pi and x is equals to 0. So for both the upper and the lower limit, the second term would go to 0, right? And what will happen with the previous, this x, whenever I have got it here x as the coefficient in the first term, so this whenever it is x equals to 0, that time also this first term would go to 0, and therefore we have to just deal with the upper limit. So every x been replaced as pi into minus of cos of pi would give me equals to 1, and therefore we have got the value for this a0 is equals to 1. Let me just go ahead with an. This is the formula for 2 by pi integration 0 to pi f of x cos of nx. We have got f of x as x sine of x cos of nx dx. Yeah, and this is sine of a. This is also, we have done it many more times. That is sine a into cos of b. Sine a into cos of b would give me 1 by 2 times sine of a plus b minus sine of a minus b, where capital A is x and capital B is an x, right? So just you understand this particular step. After getting the steps, we can go ahead with the first and the second function. two different integrals we need to do it. Otherwise we can't combine this as this is the x as the first function, and this square bracket, that sine of n plus 1 times x minus sine of n minus 1 times x would be my second function. So I've considered that as the case here. Otherwise you could go ahead with the two different integrals, and you can just go ahead with two different x sine of n plus 1 x into x into sine of n minus 1 times x. So but it is not required if we'll do it in a proper way. So it's a first function as it is. Integration of the second function would give me minus cos of n plus 1 times x upon n plus 1 plus cos of n minus 1 times x upon n minus 1. So first function as it is into integration of the second minus, now this is not first, this is not second function, this becomes the first, this entire square bracket becomes the second function. First function, differentiation of the first function here, that is 1 over here, and integration of the second function would give us minus sine n plus 1 times x upon n plus 1 the square plus sine of n minus 1 times x upon n minus 1 the square. It is from 0 to pi, n not equals to 1, right? And now let me just do that here. Why we are doing it here? Before that, let me just explain you this particular part. So this is the first function, this is the second function, the limit is pi and 0. So the ultimately this second bracket, both the functions would go to 0. That we have already defined, that is sine of nx is sine of minus nx is equals to sine of 0 is equals to 0, and therefore this entire second bracket would go to 0. Okay, now I'm saying that this is not equals to 1, because whenever I'm taking this n equals to 1, what will happen in this function here? It will give me n equals to 1. So 1 minus 1 would give me 0. And if it is 1 minus 1 is giving me 0, that means that this denominator will go to 0. If the denominator is going to be 0, the entire function, that numerator and the denominator all together will go to infinity. And we don't want that. And that is the reason we are not considering the value of this particular function at n equals to 1. And that is what this condition plays very important role whenever I'm getting some function, some constant in the numerator, in the denominator in such a way. So that is the reason we have given the reason here, n not equals to 1 for this. So whatever the a n we are solving it right now, it is not applicable for n equals to 1. Okay, and then we have seen that this 2 will go to 0, and therefore I have to just solve with the first one. Similarly, this x is equals to 0. Because of this x equals to 0, this becomes the lower limit would go to 0 for both the cases, and we have to just solve it with x. So every x we have replaced is by pi. So every x we have replaced as pi here. So this is the step. And again, we know that cos of n pi is minus 1 to the power n. That is what we have been replaced over here. So it's minus 1 to the power n upon n plus 1 minus 1 to the power n upon n minus 1. This pi and this minus pi would cancel each other, and we will remain here with the answer minus 2 minus 1 to the power n upon n square minus 1. Obviously this value is not true for n equals to 1, and therefore we could just combine this minus sign with minus 1 to the power n plus 1 and divided by n square minus 1 into 2. And this is not true for n equals to 1, and therefore we have to calculate for n equals to 1. We need to calculate it separately, and whenever I'm putting n equals to 1 in this particular formula, n equals to 1, so what will happen? It is a1 is equals to 2 by pi integration 0 to pi f of x is x sine of x cos of nx, but I'm putting n equals to 1, so I'm going to get it as x sine of x into cos of x dx, which is same as 1 by pi integration 0 to pi x sine of 2x. This is the formula what we have used, is sine of 2 times. This 2 is coming out to be here with this. So 2 times sine x cos x is replaced as sine of 2x, right? Sine of 2x. And we have just taken the integration of both of them. So it is first function, second function again. So the LIAT rule with the first and the second function plays very important role, and it will give you the answer very fast. And therefore, after solving this particular thing, you will be getting the value of a1 as minus of half. a1 as minus of half. Now, therefore, the f of x I could write down as a0 plus summation a n cos of nx, what we have seen in the first slide. And therefore, it is 1 minus 1 by 2 plus 2 times this is what? And if I am expanding this particular thing function, the value of f of x is x sine of x, and just putting the values, putting the n equals to 1, n equals to 2, n equals to 3 and so on, we are going to get the values as this. So it's this is the value cos of 2x, cos of 3x, cos of 4x and so on. Why this is starting from cos of 2x? Because please see this is n equals to 2. We have calculated the value of a1 separately over here. a1 separately, that is what we have got it as minus half in the previous slide, and therefore this is cos of 2x, cos of 3x, cos of 4x and so on. So this is the value for n equals to 1, n equals to 2, n equals to 3 and so on. You need to put it up here and you will get these values. So this type of things I have already explained you in the previous sessions. Then the next part is this deduction, that is what I have taken it as a second part. Okay, now what I need it here, I need 1 upon 1 into 3, 1 upon 3 into 5, 1 upon 5 into 7 and so on. And that means what I need plus minus everywhere, and that is what x is equals to pi by 2 is the correct value to calculate this particular function, or particular in this the infinite series, or you can say the series over here. So if we'll put x is equals to pi by 2 everywhere, why are we going for pi by 2? Because we have got it here cos of nx, and this will switch between the plus 1 minus 1, plus 1 minus 1, plus 1 minus 1 only when we are going to provide the value as this. Similarly, I want the 1 by 8. This 1 by 8 I don't want. I want the values as 1. If you'll observe, it's 1 by 3. So in short, what I needed, it's 1 by 3 minus 1 by 15 minus 1 upon 35 and so on. I need it here. Obviously plus and minus alternate sign is there. So that means what, I don't want this type of term, and this type of terms would go off only when I'm getting cos of pi by 2, cos of 3 pi by 2, cos of 5 pi by 2 and so on. Because cos n pi by 2 is always equals to 0 when my n is equals to 1, 2, 3 and so on. Not exactly actually. So I need this cos of 3 pi by 2, cos of 5 pi by 2 and so on. These all values you are going to get it as 0, and that is what we need it here as x is equals to pi by 2. So if I am putting x is equals to pi by 2 both the sides, we are going to get the values. So this is what I was explaining you here, and therefore I'm going to get pi by 2 equals to 1 by 2 minus 2 by 3 cos of pi minus 2 upon 15 cos of 2 pi, and therefore after just simplifying, cos of pi is equals to minus of 1, cos of 2 pi is plus 1. So all this in this way you will be getting this alternate signs. Just take a pause over here and try to get this series on your own in your notebook, so that it will be very clear for you, this particular thing. Okay, so this is the self-observation slide which has been given to you, that is f of x is x square, which is extremely simple question, which is like you have to check whether the function is even or not. I'm not going to give you the answer right now because it's a self-observation. How much you have understood from the particular video, that is the thing you are going to check it here. So it's pi square. If at all you have any query, please let me know in the comment section so that I can address you. And that's all from my side for this particular session. Thank you. Happy learning.